What's going on? What's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Salute to Corey Lee Box. I seen this video. And Danny Garcia struck back at Terence Crawford and Carl Moretti claim. I say Terence Crawford claim because Bo Mac put this out on social media as well. The tweet that was put out by Carl Moretti offering Danny Garcia $3 million and pay-per-view upside to face Terence Crawford March 23rd. All right. So, y'all know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfellas Sports TV. If I didn't introduce myself before. And I'll link the Twitter link in the description. But this is what Danny Garcia had to say. Danny Garcia says, my next fight is April 20th, 2019 at the Barclays Center live on primetime Fox TV. Anything else is a media stunt to promote another fight. If you didn't speak to Al Heyman, don't consider it an offer. So he basically saying that if they didn't go through Al, it wasn't an offer. And he didn't destroy the notion that they had discussions with Angel Garcia. He didn't. He said basically if they didn't go to Al Heyman, that it wasn't no fight. Okay? And Top Rank will do that, man. Okay? Let me tell you this. Like I said before, Sean Porter, you feel me, won against Danny Garcia, and I heard that he got an offer from Top Rank as soon as he won the belt. And it wasn't a single fight offer. It was a multi-fight deal offer to come over to Top Rank. Okay? You know, they didn't want to just do one fight. All of a sudden, they come to Danny Garcia, they want to do one fight. And they could say, okay, Sean Porter's more of a threat. Or if he beat Terence Crawford, we want to have options on him. We want to be able to control his career, whatever, with his contract. You know, so at the end of the day, I'm going to side with Danny Garcia here, okay? I know Top Rank is the ultimate media PR you can get in boxing. You know, they control the old media. They control the flow of the old media, okay? PBC don't control the media like Bob Arum does. He throws luncheons. He pays and comps their flights and stuff of that nature. And they know they had to call Al. Errol Spence said, call Al, call Al, call Al. Bob Arum said Al doesn't exist, and they're playing all these games and stuff. In my opinion, what I found fishy about this story was this, all right? What is it now? November? Okay, apparently they sent it November, December, January, February. Okay, you're roughly about 4 months because we already through November. So you go December, January, February, March. So you say 4 months. You about 4 months out. 4 months out into the pay-per-view, okay? So that's considered, that's more time than I thought. I'm thinking more three months. But they have 4 months to do a pay-per-view event. They say it was willing to do a joint venture with Showtime and ESPN to make this happen. It sounded like it was they tried to rush it. You know, it don't sound like a real deal offer in my opinion. And it's just a PR stunt to make it look like they want PBC fighters. Okay, I really do. This make me kind of really believe what I believed in the beginning. They don't have any. They don't have any urgency to make those fights happen for Terence Crawford. Trust me. They don't have urgencies for those fights. Because Bob Arum just said Danny Garcia wasn't shit. Okay? He ain't an elite fighter. We ain't looking to fight him. He said the same thing about Sean Porter after he couldn't sign Sean Porter. All of a sudden, we don't want to fight them. They have no intentions on putting Terence Crawford in there with Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, or Errol Spence. Okay, let me tell you that. If they're doing this for show, this is only for show for PR. And it's not the PR that you think it is. This is the only show to make it seem like Crawford is the Billy Badass of the division, okay? And not only just that, it's not PR for the fans next. It's PR for ESPN. Look here, man, we trying to make those fights happen, but this is what you're going to have to take. This is the PBC guy we can get, Luis Collazo, okay? Collazo was always the original target, the backup plan to Ingus. They weren't ready to do the Ingus fight yet. They're going to wait till Ingus become mandatory. He's number one already in the WBO. This was a PR stunt to make Crawford look like the Billy Badass. This is a PR stunt to make ESPN believe they're trying to make the best fights, and then have the fans, believe this as well. And I'm glad Danny Garcia came out immediately and hopped in front of this story, because that's right. Angel Garcia may handle some business. Angel Garcia ain't a guy that you chop up boxing, game with, contracts, and he knows that he's not the end all be all. At the end of the day, each one of these dudes got individual managers. These individual managers just help do things as far as endorsements and PR and interviews and you know what I'm saying, autograph signing. Al Heyman is the guy that draws up the boxing deal, that draws up the management deal, the boxing deal and advisory. He advises over all of the boxing venues and the contracts and stuff of that nature, okay? For some reason, Top Rank wants to go through everybody but Al Heyman. And they know Al Heyman is the guy they got to deal with, okay? That's just the fact of the matter is. For some reason, they refuse to go to Al Heyman. But one reason they refuse to go to Al Heyman is not because Al Heyman is a shrewd businessman and he's going to really work them and overpower them in contract negotiations. They want to go to Al Heyman because they're not really trying to make those fights happen, okay? You know, they're trying to appease Bo Mack and Terence Crawford. And Bo Mack and Terence Crawford know they ain't really not making those fights happen. They comfortable making $3.5, $3.6 million a fight. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this is all a PR stunt for Crawford to look like the boogeyman, for Top Rank to like to try to make the best fights for Crawford and expand the dollar ESPN is giving Terence Crawford and Top Rank for the fights. And it's a stunt for the media and the fans to make PBC fighters look bad. And on top of that, they didn't have to do this to make Danny Garcia look bad, okay? Because PBC is already looking bad because they ain't fighting each other. This is just adding hot sauce on top of the fried chicken, you dig? You know, this is what all this is. This is just adding hot sauce and bread to the chicken. And it's making Top Rank and making PBC look bad. And PBC making themselves look bad off the muscle anyway. You know, that's a fact. They're making themselves look bad anyway. But Crawford and Top Rank, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Even though I stand by my Errol Spence story about they don't feel like Errol Spence is ready for Terence Crawford, I'm gonna tell you this: Top Rank is not trying to match Crawford in there with nobody right now. They all want low risk fights with high reward for him. You know why they're not trying to make fight happen? This dude is signed for three fights a year for the next 4 or 5 years, whatever it is, at 3.5 minimum. So if he loses to Danny Garcia, if he loses to Errol Spence, I mean, you still got to owe this guy $3.5 million a fight to go out there. And we know in boxing, the emphasis on the O. Once you lose your O, people tend to lose, your popularity chooses to drop, and people tend to lose interest in these fighters in this generation. And then they have no belts on the Top Rank side. It's too much to risk right now. You know, I can see them going trying to go a good 2 years without putting Terence Crawford in there with a name. Okay? It's business. He has a guarantee of 3.5 every time he step into the ring. So why wouldn't he fight Collazo, Ingus, okay, Carlos Adames, Alexander Booth Putin? He ain't gonna fight. He not gonna fight unless somebody on the PBC side consolidate the belts. 3 people, 1 person get 3 belts, and then it's worth it then. Okay? Then it's worth it then. But right now, it's not worth it for him. Just as bad as Errol Spence wants to beat the 2 other guys to get 2 belts on his side, Terence Crawford and Top Rank, they want that just as bad as the PBC guys want it. Because then the risk matches the reward. It's high risk, high reward. Instead of me beating Errol Spence and getting the IBF, I could beat Errol Spence or beat Keith Thurman, beat Sean Porter, get the IBF, WC, and the Super WA title. And then we got the juice. Then the PBC guys got to come see us. Then the Jaron Ennises, the Josh Kellys, they got to come see us. Then the Regis Progress, the Josh Taylors, they got to come see us. You know, the Rashidi Ellises, they got to come see us. The Jesse Vargas, the Thomas Delormes, they got to come see us. You know? So don't be fooled. Both parties, Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, PBC, Top Rank, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, all these dudes want to make one big undisputed clash. And I'm going to stand by my word. I don't believe you're going to get that. Okay? You're not going to get 4 belts in one fight. Not with these guys. Because Errol Spence can't even get Keith Thurman and Sean Porter in the ring. By 2021, they're going to grow out this weight class. Sean Porter's talked about he's getting bigger. Keith Thurman just lost 200 pounds to try to get back down to 147. There's no giving that he's going to make the weight. And Errol Spence is a big guy. So we're talking about 2021. So we got to worry about the weight. We got to worry about injuries. We got to worry about contracts, negotiations. The part where the fight going to happen. I don't believe the fight going to happen. I believe you see Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence move up at some point before it happened. But that's just my personal opinion. I'll link the Instagram post in the description so you can read exactly what Danny Garcia said. But I read it word for word. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget we on Facebook, Twitter. Also, you can make a donation. Also, the email, video, intro, instrumental. All those links in the description. The Facebook group. Appreciate it for y'all checking in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.